We are live. Hello, everybody.
Sweet.
I This is all new, so I can't see who's here. Well, maybe I can.
I'll have to pull up my phone to do that too.
All I can see is you're here.
Well, let's see if
So
it'll let me use this.
I don't know. That's
There,
weird.
there we
Everything's
go.
changed. Everything is the whole dashboard is different. But so
There we
I
go.
am. There you are. You're a tree.
I'm a tree with the sun setting behind it.
It's pretty. It's very pretty. Oh, so I am doing the Every Bit Counts challenge again this year. I absolutely love that. It is with um Three Rivers Homestead. Hey, there's Angel. Hi,
Yeah,
Angel's Homestead.
Angel Homestead's in.
So I'm working on stuff. I of course have more herbs going here. I got the first little pink cherry tomatoes out of the garden and like 6 green beans. So
Hey, whatever it takes.
I stopped at a farm market on the way home. I'm gonna do some fermented pickles and I'll do a video on that. So
Let's see. 6 green beans sounds like a small batch canning. Like
Kim,
a
thank you. I'm terrible with first names, so you might have to tell me a couple times. But Angel's Homestead is Kim. All right. I will try to get that in my brain so I can call you by your. There are some people I can remember, and then there's some that it just always takes when I was a kid, I met thousands of people, like hundreds of thousands of people every year. We worked at a store that was a place where people that were traveling would stop for gas and groceries and food and souvenirs. And so I met hundreds of thousands of people before I was like 6 years old. So it's hard for me to remember names because of that. But I can remember a face. I can even usually tell people where I met them from their face, which is weird, but not their name. But
well, you can remember where
so,
you met me by the fact I wasn't wearing a shirt.
I'm trying to let you live that down. You have not let
You know
yourself
what? I
live
don't. I
that
don't
down.
care if I don't live it down. I think it was the funniest thing in my so far that I had to endure. It's like, oh, look at that! Here comes Tammy, and I'm changing my sweaty shirt in a campground.
I've been doing a lot of that around the camper out there. It's so hot. I went in and took a nap and I'm like, oh, I'm dying because it's so hot in there. But I know if I open the windows, I'll be cold tonight because it got down to 60, which
Ooh, it was
isn't
like
really cold.
55 here last night. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's great sleeping weather, but then I'm like, I know all the smoke coming out of Canada and we're at like a 90 out of 100 for pollen right now.
Oh,
It's not
jeez.
really worth sleeping with the windows open, even
No.
as nice as it would be. So, but I am doing the every bit challenge, so I thought we'd talk a little bit about small batch canning. Um, you can always half a recipe, but some recipes you can't double. So, a small batch recipe though, there's so many small batch recipes out there. So,
I don't think I've done a small batch much of anything besides
oh,
canning. For me, it's not worth my time. If I'm gonna can, oh no, I'm doing like 20 quarts of beef broth or something.
well, I do have like a 40-pound brisket I have to can up. So I mean, I got that I got to get done, but right now, the way things are trickling in from the garden, or I just grab a few things. The farm market had um, cucumbers 2 for $1 and zucchini 3 for $1. So I'm going to fry up the zucchini and I'm going to pickle the cucumbers in chips
There you go.
and ferment them and see if a fermented pickle, if I like it better than one that's been canned, cooked, whatever. I mean, they're
Here,
good for. I'm trying to get a lot more probiotics in my diet,
oops,
and so
back
that's
camera.
one way to do it.
There we go. There's my dinner:
Oh,
roasted
yummy.
corn, roasted baked potato, and some burger my wife bought with bacon and cheese already in it. I have no idea how it's gonna taste, but we'll find out.
I'm sure it'll taste wonderful over the campfire. Everything tastes better
Everything,
under the.
everything tastes good when it's got smoke on it.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm picky about my wood, and people make fun of me I make fun of myself. It has to be like hardwood, no pine.
Yeah, you don't cook on pine. Oh yeah, my here's my other big batch of where is it? There we go. Oop. Salted ghee. Oops,
Ooh,
that's backwards. Whatever. From what was it? Oh,
21.
12 of 21. I still got like 30 pint jars left, or half pints.
Mm-hmm.
When you get butter
I'm
on
gonna
sale,
have to make butter again. I'm gonna have to make ghee again because I am almost out.
yeah, when you can get butter on sale for like $1.49 a pound, you buy cases.
Yes. Or even right now, I'd be happy with $3.49 a pound.
Yeah.
Yes. Dave Knight says he's been fermenting small batches of things in the garden. There's a little icon over top of half the comments there. And Kim says that she picked up smoked sea salt for Redmond's. Ooh, you can. Do you know how to make? I'm going to save you some money here. You know how you make smoked sea salt? You take large sea salt and you put a small bit of liquid smoke. In fact, hang on just a second. Maybe I have it. What did I do with it? I found a bottle of liquid smoke and of course, it's been sitting right here and now it's not because I need it. Anyway, you get the liquid smoke and you just put just a little bit on it and then you let the salt dry. That's all it is liquid smoke put on there. I like the hickory, but there's two kinds. And Walmart had the little tiny 1 ounce bottles for $1. So
Oh wow.
I grabbed one the other day just because it's handy to have, especially when you want to add a little bit more smoke flavor when you're cooking on the campfire. I'm laughing at people driving by me. They're probably laughing at me sitting talking to myself on the phone.
Well, you are. We know you are.
So what have you been fermenting? I know. What have you been fermenting? I'm gonna make kind of fermented dilly beans. Right, I'm gonna put them right in with my cucumbers. I'm gonna probably do more like a Yule Gibbons pickle pot, where I just throw everything in as it comes in small pieces, and then in the same brine. I got a 1 gallon glass jar I'm gonna use.
Oh, why not? I gotta grab a fork. I'll be right back. Oink.
Yeah, just keep talking about food. That's and we'll keep talking about food. Oh, but yeah, I've got the basil. Oh, where'd it go? I got some tarragon, I got some rosemary, and I got some basil. Another bunch of herbs. I am going to layer the basil in some oil, I think, to preserve it. Because I've done pesto. I've dried a bunch of it. So now I got to figure out some other ways to. So I think I'm going to do some basil infused oils. So
But that sounds good.
got a squirrel. I got a squirrel kind of. Yeah, but I throw the other. I might, if I get some more tarragon, I might make some tarragon vinegar. That stuff is expensive. Ooh, pickles, cabbage, beans. Dave also likes the probiotics. Yeah, that's why I'm going to do it. I want the probiotics. I'm really trying to get more probiotics in my diet. I got a hold of some raw milk in May, and I had like half a gallon, 2 quarts, something like that.
Oh.
I had 5 pints anyway. And so that really healed my gut. I was shocked at how much I felt better after having it. I had it as a child. Can't find it around here, but it really worked on healing my gut. And I wasn't having a lot of my symptoms after I had that. So I'm going to work on trying to get back in the habit. I used to have yogurt every day. I'm going to make some sourdough. I'm going to start getting all the probiotics back in my system again. See if I can keep up the better health I've been having lately. I mean, your gut is 90% of your immune system.
Yep.
So.
And we treat it like a garbage dump.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I was dumping some wonderful garbage in it today.
Huh.
Farmer's Market had the green gauge plums. Oh, they're my favorite. They were so juicy. They probably picked them right after it rained because they were actually too juicy. But and then they had a few Stanley plums, so I grabbed a mixed quart of those.
So what constitutes a small batch canning? A jar, 2 jars?
3, you know. Anything under 7, because that's what my canner holds 7. So if you do something less than that, I'd say that's a small batch.
Okay. No, we're talking water bath or even pressure canning.
Both, either one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean you can always add more jars when you're pressure canning of water to fill it in if you don't
Right.
have enough. If you're doing a small batch, so I mean you can small batch pressure can. My Power Pressure XL pot, which I don't use very much anymore. I need to get that back out and use it more. It does 4 pints, so that's a small batch. I can do 4 pints at a time.
All right.
So
See, I only have my 2 small All-Americans, and they're the 925. So just one bottom if I'm doing pints. Just the bottom, I think, holds, what, 7 or 9 pints?
depends. Depends on how you fit them in there. It's supposed to hold 9, but I never get mine to hold 9. But I always have a mix of wide mouth and small mouth. I never have consistent jars. So
That's the problem. Wide mouths, I think you can get 7.
yeah. So it is what it is. But I really need to get moving along here and getting more things at the farmer's market. I didn't do a garden this year. I took a year off. I knew I was moving, so I took the year off and I went to the farm market today and I could have grabbed a whole thing of pickles, but I have a busy week again. And I'm like, if I grab a whole thing of cucumbers to make canned pickles, I'm not going to have time to get it done. Hi, Howie. Oh, you
Hey,
had
Howie.
plums. He had plums the other day. My plums. Let me grab these. My plums are not as beautiful as Howie's. But
That's because Howie grows his own and walks out in the backyard and picks them.
I have one. I almost thought his plums were something else until he was talking on the video and said they were plums. But I have some plums I got picked up at the farmer's market because Howie's video made me hungry for plums. So if you haven't seen them, you need to go check them out. Oh, he got quite the haul. Quite the haul. So many things you can make. Plum butter. Oh my goodness. Yes. I'm going to save the seeds and see if I can't get them to come up in my yard. I'm going to plant them all. So I got the mix.
That'd be cool.
I've been trying to find a Stanley plum tree. And that used to be the standard around here. It used to be the only thing you could find to grow around here. Ooh, plum wine. Yummy. I have had that once. Used to be the only thing you could find around here was the Stanley plums, and they're really good for canning. You know, if I'm going to can them, that's probably the ones I'm going to can. The other ones are great for eating. And these are more, the white ones here are more like of an Asian kind of plum. But I cannot find them anywhere. I keep looking and I want to get something more local. So I don't know.
Do those grow up there?
The Stanley do, yeah, because that's all we had growing up. My aunt and uncle bought my grandparents' farm and made it into an orchard. So there was this giant Stanley plum tree in the front yard that predated the orchard. And us kids would climb up in there and then spit the pits down at the people that were underneath us, other kids from across the road that were annoying. Oh.
And then spend the next 14 hours in the bathroom.
Yes, very much so. But it was worth it. It was worth it. Oh. Ooh, plum pancakes. Plum sauce is really good. Plum sauce is really, yeah. Oh, yeah. Your video, I didn't get to comment on it because a lot of the times I've been watching your videos, I've been driving. Like this morning, I was driving. I commented a couple times and I shouldn't because I'm trying to drive the car. But Yeah, that was a beautiful haul of plums. Beautiful. So I've been stomping the seeds into the ground out here, hoping that I'll get something, but I'm not sure. Ooh. I did not know I liked lamb because I think the first time I got lamb, I got mutton. And then the last time I got lamb, I discovered that I really love lamb. Almost to the point of if I was going to have animals again, I would get lamb. I'd get sheep to get have lamb.
I think my mom fed us mutton growing up. That's all she got, and I hated it. And my wife was like, "I'm having lamb tonight." I'm like, "I'll be back." I would leave the house, and then when I was at a customer, he's like, he had somebody come in to demo a cooking machine. It was a special thing in this one customer, and he brought lamb. And I'm very polite. And it's like, would you like to try some of what we're cooking here and let me know your thoughts? Because they all knew I was a chef, even though I wasn't doing that for a living. And I was like, yeah, sure. So I took a bite. I was like, oh my God. And they all looked at me like, is it that good? And I had to tell the owner, I was just like, dude, I haven't had lamb since I was 12. And literally, you ate mutton.
Yeah.
I was like, right. I said, this doesn't taste anything. He's like, yeah, it tastes like beef. I was like, yeah, really, really good beef.
Yeah. Yes. And see, the one time I bought it, I paid an arm and a leg for it. I got it for Easter for Passover. I'm not Jewish, but we were having a Passover Seder. I went in, it said lamb. It looked like lamb to me. I'd never seen what it looked like, so I didn't know any better. And I paid a lot of money for this, and it was the most horrible.
Yeah.
I can't talk right tonight.
Horrific. Yeah.
Horrific meat I'd ever had. And I'm like, I don't like it. I'm never having it again. Da, da, da. Well, then somebody gave me some packages, and of course, that's my favorite price free. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to find a recipe and I'm going to cook this up and I'm going to see. And I found a recipe and it had a lot of rosemary and garlic. And I'm like, well, I can eat anything with garlic. It was really good. I'm like, wait a minute. And then I made some stew and oh, yeah, now I'm hooked on it. And they gave me about 4 packages and then they gave me about 2 more packages and I haven't had any since. So I'm going to have to find a good source of real lamb, not mutton.
So I do lamb chops for my wife when I can get them really cheap, and I'll get a bunch of them, like you know how I am, and I'll put them in 4 or 6, or if they're in a rack. Most of the time, it's these little racks, and they're raw, and I'll take them. I'll take them out of their cryovac. I'll season them up. I'll throw them back in a bag, and sous vide them for like 16 hours at like I forget what the temp is, like 145 or something.
Yeah.
And I'll do that, and then take it out and just throw it on the grill for like 5 minutes. And wife's like, these are so, because it's so tender.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sous vide does things to tenderize meat. Oh, after too long, it falls apart. It just turns to mush. But there's that balanced time where it's either, okay, it's cooked, it tastes like it normally tastes, or wow, this eye round or this top round steak or roast tastes like filet. It has the texture of it. Anything beyond that, it tastes like baby mush.
Yeah. And back to small batch cooking. I have done. Oh, there's a deer walking right towards me. He's walking down the power lines, and I'm parked in the power lines. Sorry. That lamb stew I made, I had the leftover lamb. Nobody else would eat it because I told them it was lamb, and of course they're not gonna eat it. So I did 4 pints of lamb stew, and I'm still, that's enough for me, a pint. So,
Yeah.
Ooh, Berkshire pork, yummy. I am picky about my pork. My pork person stopped making pork. I really haven't been eating pork for the last year and a half much. The only thing I can't get away from is the bacon. So.
Well, bacon isn't really pork. It's bacon.
That's right.
It's its own food group. Yeah.
That's right. That deer doesn't know what to do. She's walking in circles. Oh, she's gonna walk away from me now. She was coming right at me, and then she heard me talking, but she couldn't see me. So then she did a couple circles, and now she's walking down the power lines the other way. She decided maybe it wasn't worth coming this way. Ooh, forested pork. Ooh, acorns give pork a different taste, a very different taste. It's
Where are you
not
reading that? I'm
in the comments. Angels Homestead, Kim.
Oh,
I can actually see the comments now. They have put the comments below, so I can actually see them. I don't have to
sweet.
switch
Well,
to
that's
a
because
different
you're
screen.
doing it through YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm on.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know why.
I
I'm
only-
on top messages, not all the messages.
Yeah.
Phone.
Stupid phone. Silly phone. Yeah, no, I can actually see comments. It's kind of amazing. So, but it's different. Yeah,
Something new.
something new. I'm trying to get used to this whole setup because it's all completely different than the last time I went live. That's what I get for taking 2 weeks off. But camp was great. I had a lot of fun at camp. A lot of campfire cooking, and I loved it. I got a lot of campfire videos, and they're posted to come out from here and there throughout the year now. So that's nice. Didn't get a lot of videos of me cooking because I just didn't have time to film and cook. It was kind of rushed. But that's all right. I'll do a montage of the finished results. But
You'll be posting videos from now until 2037.
I do have them scheduled out that far. As far as they will let me schedule them out is 2030. So
No doubt.
I just, yeah, one this year, one next year, one 3 years from now.
3 years? Holy crap.
If I can do more than one at the same time, I'll batch film, like something like the campfire. I'll move 10 feet over and then film it again and move 10 feet around the circle and film it again. And then. So how do you pare down a recipe for canning? That is a good question. So you can just take a recipe and half it. So if you have a canning recipe and you only want it, yeah, just go ahead and cut it right in half. I don't recommend doubling recipes, like especially jelly, but you can half any recipe. The pickles, you might have to make a little extra brine. But anything else, I think you pretty much will be good to go. But I've taken some of my big recipes and cut them in half so that especially if I'm going to try something new, I will always cut the recipe in half. So I'll just go down the ingredients list and do the math. Alrighty,
what the heck is that noise?
That is the car being tailed by a very loud motorcycle with no exhaust. Not sure which one didn't have the exhaust, but I think it was the motorcycle. And he was literally tailgating that car.
Yeah, when I was a chef at a couple corporate environments where I had 2,000 people coming to lunch every day and I had to serve. Mm-hmm. I always kept one of those little duplicate pads in my pocket because like clockwork, somebody would get whatever I made and they'd come back 20 minutes later like, Mark, I need that recipe. I'm like, well, my recipe is for 900 people, but I'll do the best I can. And I did. I was really good at it. I'd write down, I'm like, how many people? He's like, 6. I'm like, fine. So I'd do it for 8. Said, you'll have a little left over. He's like, that's fine. And I'd write it out. He'd come back and a week or so later, like, that was the best whatever it was I ever ate. I'm like, he's like, how did you come up with that recipe? I was like, well, I just had to mentally break it down and know. I just know. It's just weird.
Yeah. Most everything you can just cut right down in half. I can't think of anything other than making sure you have enough brine to cover your pickles. Hey, Uncle Richard, welcome.
Hey, Richard's on. I didn't even tell him.
It's Monday at 8 o'clock. You don't have to tell them. They all know. We're still keeping the same Monday at 8 o'clock slot.
He knows where I'm at right now, and he wanted to come out, but he couldn't.
That's what he says. He says, unfortunately, not at the cabin with Mark.
There he is.
Yeah. But
So
it's still good to see you. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, trying to think of any other recipes that would be difficult to cut in half. And I don't think there are many. I mean, like if you're doing a jelly recipe, you need to know that one packet of Sure-Jell is 8 tablespoons. So you would want to know that you use 4 tablespoons. Hey, Josh, howdy. So other than that, I'm trying to think of any other recipes that it would be a difficulty. I think, other than knowing that about the jelly, I don't think there's any other problems that you could have.
Yeah.
But if you have a question, you can always message me on Facebook or message me on here. I try to answer them. Sometimes I'm not too fast, just depending on what's going on. But
or in Uncle Richard's case, he just calls me.
That's true. Yes, true. And knock on wood, life is slowing down a little bit. School starts up here in 2 weeks. So kids are back in school. Babysitting hours will cut down. I got 2 months to get my cabin in ship shape for me to stay in for the winter.
You gotta get electric out there still, don't you?
I do not have electric, and I still have some holes in the floor. But hey, other than that, I'm doing great.
Yeah. Other than that, it's livable.
If anybody knows a electrician that wants a side cash job, a certified electrician in Michigan that wants a side cash job, hit me up. I'm trying to find a name of somebody anywhere. Funny, none of my friends, and including like 8 people I know in construction, know a certified electrician. And I got to have the green stamp put on my electrical box before they'll hook me up to electrical.
Right.
Hi, Duke by V. So that's the problem. I can get it all. Well, I got the fuse box in there. The fuse is in. I'm not wired up to anything. I just want them to wire to the box. And
right.
I got to have somebody put the little green sticker on it for me.
So you can turn the lights on. Yay.
Yes. I have all the wiring to do the inside. I just never have done it. It's just sitting there. But when I bought the box, I bought all the fuses, had the fuses put in, and it's been hanging on the wall since I bought the cabin. The only 2 things I want to do.
Fuses or breakers?
Breakers, sorry. I'm old, okay?
Yeah, I'm like, man, fuses are old, but okay.
I'm old. Yes, breakers. The little, look like a giant light switch.
Yeah.
I got the heavy duty indoor-outdoor wire so that can run under the cabin. I don't have to run it through the walls since they're already up. The only 2 things I want to do is I want to have a generator port put on eventually. It doesn't have to be done right away. And solar coming off so that it can run either by solar or by generator, and the big giant switch to flip that on and off so that I don't backfeed into the electrical company if I'm running my generator when the power goes out.
Yeah, you don't want to try to power up the neighborhood with a little generator.
No. I mean, my generator is a 5,000 watt generator. It will run my neighbor's house and my cabin, but that doesn't mean I want to try.
No.
You
need all kinds of fun switches and stuff for that.
Right. So those 2 things eventually I want done. But I don't need that to get the power turned on here. So, yeah. That's I kind of like to be off grid. At this point, it might be easier for me to just do it off grid and not have to turn the power on at the rate I'm not finding electricians.
Yeah, we still don't want to burn your house down.
See, my dad did construction for years, so I've actually wired, like my brother's house. I wired the dining. But that doesn't mean I don't trust myself. I want somebody else to put the stamp of approval on it.
I second guessed myself when I wired my cabin with what would be deemed 2, not 1, 2 suicide plugs, but they're not suicide plugs. It's literally my cabin just has 2 separate extension cords in there. That's all it is. One of the plugs into my generator, and it goes to all the left-hand receptacles. The other one inside plugs into my Jackery and runs all the right-hand receptacles. And if I want, I could plug one into the other and just fire up all the receptacles, whichever one is running. Not that I need to do that, but yeah, I had to double think myself. I'm like, wait a minute, can I get electrocuted for this? I'm like, and I had to draw it out. I'm like, no, it's literally an extension cord. That's all it is.
Hey, Gil, we miss you a lot. Come back.
What's up, Gil?
Please. Come back.
Oh, I forgot to hit the like button. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. I hit the like button. Richard, hit the like button. You have to get rid of the chat for a second and then hit the little thumbs up, and then you can tap on the chat again. I'll be calling him here shortly anyway.
Yes. Come back, Gil. We miss you.
YouTube is still taking watch hours and money. Of course they are.
Of course they are. You're probably really close to a benchmark. I really hate that. They do that every time I get close to a benchmark. It really sucks.
If you're going to get close to a benchmark, you better crush it with massive numbers all at once.
Yeah. And Howie is right. Howie said it. You are very missed, Gil. You are missed.
Come on, man. I'm going with withdrawals like 5 nights a week.
I know. And yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, back to the cabin. I just, hey, it's Marshmallow Man, member for 13 months.
Lewis?
Hey, Lewis. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I'm sort of at a standstill until I can find a guy or a gal that's certified. I don't really want to call a big company because then it's going to cost me a lot more.
Stupid money.
And it's just such a little thing, like really tiny thing. But I guess I'm going to have to because I kind of want to make sure I have heat. I want to. The only way to have a good backup heating system is to have electrical. So. The only way to have a good backup heating system is to have electrical. We are echoing. We are echoing.
Oh, sorry. You can probably hear me. I can't see you, but I can see you on my phone. I got the little circle of death going on your picture right now, but as long as you can hear me.
We can hear you, and you look great on this from this side of it. I don't know about what the chat thinks.
Yeah, I'll mute that.
Yeah, I've got 2 bars, so hopefully I have good service here. But yeah, any other questions?
I just can't see you. I can see me, but I can't see you. But I can hear you on my iPhone.
That's weird. YouTube and internet is weird. And I still have 2 good bars. So, I don't know. Maybe it's me.
Oh, there we go. It's back.
Okay. Oh, but... Just a minute. It's going to get loud for a second. I'm going to roll the other window down. Sorry.
So did you can anything when you were camping? You didn't have a chance to.
I didn't have a chance to. I was going to go pick black raspberries or blackberries, but they were already gone. They'd already dried up by the time I got there. Last year, I picked them and canned them, but this year they were already gone. And the elderberries last year were already ready, and this year they're just green, like just turning green, so they're very late. So there really wasn't anything I could can. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I get my air conditioning fixed tomorrow, finally. It's been out since last Monday. It was miserable all week at the house, and I came to the cabin. Fortunately, the temperatures at home were down in the low 60s at night and only hitting the mid 70s during the day, so wife was okay. And I got the inside portable unit running and all that, and the guy, he was there Friday, and we opened a brand new box with a fan motor in it, and it was a used motor. Brand new
Oh,
box. I mean, it literally had more rust on it than mine, and he's looking going, are you kidding me? I'm like, is it a refurb? He's like, no, they don't refurb these motors. He's like, they do, but they paint them and sell them overseas. He's like, no. So he picked up a motor Saturday, but he had a job to do today. So he'll be there at 10 o'clock tomorrow. So I get my crap together here tonight and throw everything in the truck. And I got my wood splitter hooked up to the back already. So Uncle Richard can split all the wood he got for free this past weekend.
Nice. Oh, that's another thing I got to do. I've got to start looking for wood. Got to get some wood for this winter. Because I want to use my wood stove. So, and somebody told me how to fix the missing piece of chimney in the back of it. I'm missing. So
yeah, instead of like squeeze a piece of tubing or whatever in a different shape.
Yeah, I went to the Coleman Museum for Coleman camping stuff. The guy had a bunch of stoves. In fact, he had one there he had refurbished. Not mine. I almost bought a Coleman fuel stove. I was this close. Becca said it would fit in the back of the van.
Sure.
But I didn't. As you all know, I already have a collection of stoves I'm not using that are missing pieces and parts. This one was all together, but I do not need another stove. I keep telling myself that. I do not need a stove collection. So I am going to get this home comfort working if it kills me. And then it will heat the house and cook.
Sounds like a plan. Stick with it.
Yes. And hopefully I can put enough wood in it that it will keep the house going while I'm not home.
So just run it. Is it like an oval outlet hole?
Yes, it is oval.
So run a flexible tape measure all the way around, like the ones you use for sewing, around the outside perimeter of it. See what the inches are, and then do the math on pi r square, whatever, to figure out what size circle it is. It's probably like a 10-inch pipe, the diameter of a circumference of a 10-inch pipe, and then you just squeeze it to fit it on there. You might have to squeeze it down a little bit and get one of those little ruffler tools that like make it a little smaller, a shrinking tool. It puts those little ruffles in the tube so you can put one inside the other of the same size.
Yeah. A reducer.
No,
you can get a reducer.
Yeah, well, a reducer. Yeah.
Yes. There's a reducer.
You know what? Put your little fabric tape measure all the way around it. Bring it back and just send me the number you get. I'll tell you what size pipe you need.
Okay.
Your son could do the same thing, but that's fine.
No.
Maybe. No.
I have 3 of them, and I don't have confidence that any of the 3 of them could do that.
Oh, whatever. It's just real basic math. And
sorry, Taylor. You might be able to do it. If anyone could, you could, Taylor, if you're watching this, which I know you're not, but you could. But yeah.
You can do it. You can do it.
It's been a long time since he took a math class, okay?
Yeah, it's just pi r square or pi d or whatever it is that.
Yeah.
I think circumference is pi times diameter. So yeah.
Yeah. 3.14.
Sure.
Yeah, pi. I remember pi.
So you literally measure it. That's your circumference. You divide by 3.14, and it gives you the diameter, which is the size of your pipe. Just send me the number.
Okay. I will.
I'll put it on paper for you and show you.
I can measure drip rates and liters and all that, but I haven't. Yeah. Although I did get an A in geometry in both high school and college.
Well, there you go. It's geometry.
It's also been just a little while.
Yeah, you know what? It's only pi.
And Duke by V, yes. As you laugh at us, we wait. You guys heat houses? Yes, yes. It gets very, very
Smart.
cold here in Michigan, and I remember some winters that the snow would get up halfway up the door. So yes, we heat our house in the winter,
So
and you're going, haha, because you don't.
he doesn't have to. My
Yeah.
daughter went to engineering school, and the day she comes home, I was like, "What'd you learn?"
So did
She's like, "I
mine.
learned-" What's that?
So did mine for about
No.
2
So
semesters.
anyway, when she came home, I said, "What'd you learn?" She said, "I learned pi r square." I said, "What are they teaching you? Pi's are round; they're not square." Okay, that's a math joke.
It's a math joke. Yes. Yes. My daughter went to engineering school 2 semesters, 4 semesters, and then she went into event planning.
All right. Well, you're
Yeah.
engineering where the tables go, I guess.
She's not using her degree in that either. Yes, Uncle Richard. Wood stove heat feels so good. And like
Yeah.
you can throw a potato in foil on your wood stove or a pot of soup and then boom,
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a wood stove. He's going to be firing up this year because his AC system is not doing very well, and when it runs to the electric side, it just puts him bankrupt. So, wood
Oh my
stove he
gosh.
used it last year. He falls asleep in the living room because it gets it going. It's like it just feels so good. He falls asleep.
V says she has a 10-month-long summer, though. Entirely different challenges. Yes, that is a different challenge.
Mm-hmm.
There are days I'd like that challenge, usually in February.
And Pennsylvania, we have 27 seasons. It's really 4 seasons, but they break it up and move them around. First, it goes from winter to spring, then back to winter, and then back to fall, and then it goes to spring, sort of summer, maybe summer, back to winter. Yeah, it does that all year long. And
We only have 2 seasons in Michigan, winter and road construction.
yeah.
And as Gil says, drum beat and cymbal smash. Boom.
Yeah. You can see what time of year it is on the road construction because those cones grow. They start with little thin ones. They turn into barrels.
Yes, they do. They really do.
The evolution of the road cone during the season.
And this summer, Becca and I asked a state trooper in Ohio what is in their barrels, and he said water.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense because it'll be a lot easier to, if you hit a barrel of water, it's probably a lot safer. You might survive it better than hitting a.
Yeah, well, either one is going to destroy.
Yeah.
It's going to destroy your car, but the water will actually slow you down.
Yes, but a barrel of rocks would probably kill you.
Yes, yeah. Concrete.
Because
Yeah.
Becca was like, I bet it's got like rocks in there or something. I'm like, no, I bet it's like sand or water or something like that. So, in order to solve the debate we were having as we were going through construction, we stopped at a gas station and there was a whole bunch of Ohio police officers there. And so Becca just went right up and said, "What's in there?"
Water.
Water.
You don't want to drink it, but it's full of water.
No. Well, I have barrels of water at my cabin, but they're not, for road construction. They're for the garden.
I got barrels. I didn't get a chance today to go down and fill one up. I was going to make a thermal convection water heater with my fire, some copper tubing, and a barrel with 2 holes in it. I just hate drilling holes in barrels because I like to be able to repurpose things all the time. And once you drill a hole in it, you're kind of stuck with it. But
yeah.
I can get he's screaming right now. He's like, I told you. About once a month, they get another 55-gallon drum there, a blue one that had washer fluid in it, which is just alcohol and blue dye. So
yeah.
I just rinse them out, and I don't use it for drinking. I just use it for showering and washing dishes and stuff. And
yeah.
But I got like 10 of them at the house, but I only got 2 here, and I didn't want to drill one of them. So
see, I need a couple of those because my blue ones don't have lids that come off. They yeah. But I'm gonna take 2 of them. I guess I should have labeled this. What is Tammy gonna do with her cabin? I'm gonna take 2 of them and upgrade my outdoor plumbing system to a
2-barrel system.
to a mini septic system.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. So
2
that
separator
is
tanks in a big field of rocks. Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. I didn't hear
Sure.
you say that. You didn't hear me say that.
No. You know, it happens.
Yeah.
So,
So does
yeah.
poop.
Yep. So yeah, that's on my list of how to not make the camper septic system quite so stinky.
And I still have my hand well pump that we haven't drilled a hole yet for. And I know I'm literally where I'm sitting right now. I'm about where the river level is, the stream. I'm probably maybe 12 feet above it. And I know when we
See,
dug holes to put the pilings in, we just poured concrete, powdered concrete in there. Yeah, we added a little water, didn't need to. And we wanted to set quicker. But, it was wet. Everything is soaking wet down there because I'm in the valley. So all water runs to this stream one way or another.
mm-hmm.
And, yep, I don't think I'm going to have a problem drilling down like 20 feet. I'll probably hit bedrock and water at the same time.
Yeah. Well, right now everything is here is such a terrible drought. Like all of the rivers that would normally be like knee deep are like ankle deep right now.
Mm.
And then the lake that I was in this week is normally over my head, and it was not even chest high. It was below my like belly button high.
Ooh.
So everything's like 2 feet, about 1.5 to 2 feet less than what normal water levels are. We have not had a good heavy winter, which I mean, in some ways that's good, in some ways it's not. Like the swamp was empty, so there was no mosquitoes when I was camping this week. But yeah, that's not good.
Yep. I know. I wish I was here at the cabin. I think it was about a month ago. We had that hellacious storm went through here. Must have dumped like 8 inches of water in a day of rain. And I know because the stream completely changed its profile again. And I see river wash up about 5-6 feet into the bushes and like grass wrapped around the trees. And I'm like, ooh, that would have been fun to listen to and watch from the cabin. I almost had waterfront property at that point.
Ooh. Hi, Sandy. Welcome in. Yep. Uncle Richard said he has loads of barrels.
Yeah, barrels. I know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got a ton at the house. I just got to bring them out. So the barrels have 2 separate types of threads. The coarse thread has its own name, like the super coarse one. Those are the ones you don't want to lose. The other ones are 2-inch pipe thread. So you can make. I actually used that side. I use 2-inch PVC collars, threaded on one side where I can, put a glue some pipe on the other side. The other one, the cap, if you look at the center of the cap on most of the ones, where it goes in, it's solid, but it has 3/4-inch pipe threads in the middle of it. So you just have to drill the hole out, and you can put a 3/4-inch adapter on there, and they all have rubber gaskets on the big fittings. So I've been dying to do a video on that for a long time because I made a rain barrel system that I used for like 2 years, and I took it apart. I'm like, okay, I did that. What's next?
Hey, Sandra Volmer. Welcome in. Gil says dinner is ready. Pesto, pasta, and tomatoes.
He grew everything but the pasta. I went to the farm store the other day to get bird seed, and the cashier was like, gave me a really strange look when I was paying for it. I said, "How long does it take for the birds to grow?" Okay. Farm jokes, cooking jokes.
Boom.
Bum, yeah.
I have out of the property. I have never seen them before. They are most beautiful birds I've ever seen. Blue indigo. They're indigo buntings, and they are the color of blue jeans. They're dark blue bird. I thought it was like a bluebird at first, but they're skinny, and they are just beautiful. Bye, Gil. Have a good dinner. No, the staff sergeant grew the pasta. He said.
No, yeah, sure. Grew wheat, ground it up. Yeah, that's a lot.
They're in California. They're in California.
Farmette in the front of the house there. Yeah.
Yeah. But oh yeah. But yeah. I don't know where I was going.
I don't know, barrels, things, water for
Barrels.
cabin.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm saving rainwater out there for the plants. Well, about 5-6 years ago, somebody was selling their house, so they gave me their entire garden setup, like the the arbor, all the fencing,
Oh wow,
their um
they have raised beds.
composting, their raised beds. They had taken all these blue barrels and cut them in half. The
Yeah,
plastic blue barrels and cut them in half. And then because they kind of collapsed with the weight, they had put bracing in them. So they're
yeah.
divided into 4 quadrants. So you could put like 4 tomato plants in them and so I have all of those. I got to get it. And then all of it's like a big rubber that they use when they're it was at one time in a circle, and they use it to like move feed in the animal barns.
Oh, like the
And
conveyor belt. Yeah.
rubber tracking, yes, for a conveyor belt. Thank you.
Yep.
And it's about 2.5 feet wide. And so he gave me a bunch of strips of those that he had put down in his pathway. I kind of brought out the property, dumped it in one area, and kind of made that garden area. And then I have the raised beds I built after that. And I want to get all of the garden condensed into the same fenced in garden area.
Right.
So that's on my list to do before spring. We'll see.
I did something similar in between my raised beds. I had it was one of my daughter's friends. Her dad owns one of the granite countertop companies, and I went over them all meek. I was like, hey, can I get, because I was doing woodworking and that. I was like, do you have like a small piece of scrap? And he looks at me and starts laughing. I'm like, okay. He's like, dude, look out back. I'm like, well, I see the piles, but that's yours. He's like, no, that's all scrap. He's like, you can take anything you want from, and there were big pieces. He's like, take anything you want. Don't mess my piles up. Free, because he has to pay to get rid of it. I was like, all right. So my entire garden in between all the raised beds is upside down granite. I just mosaicked it and whatever. Now the weeds come up in between them. I really don't care. The weed whacker doesn't get bothered by smacking against smooth stone, but you don't use the smooth side that you use on a countertop. You flip it over so it's like grippy.
Rough to walk on. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, and he told me, he's like, do not put it smooth side up. He's like, 2 drops of water on there. He's like, you'll bust your ass. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I put granite on my in my cabin here under my wood stove. I built a 4x4, 2-foot high table, super strong, and I just laid granite pieces on it. I just cut them into the pieces I need. I got a granite 1.5-inch thick granite mosaic top underneath my wood stove now. I just got to go up the wall.
Nice. I laid the cement board down under my wood stove, so a 4x6 sheet, and then I have a 4x6 sheet going up the back. And I saw where somebody broke up a bunch of dishes and made it into mosaic tiles, and so that's
cool.
what I eventually want to do on that.
Yeah.
Not on the floor, but on the back. Yeah, granite is really expensive here. Really expensive.
Yeah, and a lot of the granite guys now know that people like to use the scraps to do stuff like this, so they'll sell it to you.
Yeah.
And I still get it for free. I just call him up, and he knows who I am. He's like, I'm like, can I come by? He's like, dude, bring a trailer. I don't care. I'm like, all right.
Just don't mess up my pie.
Get stuff. It's just heavy. It must have taken me 30 trips to get all the granite I needed just to put around my gardens, and I only have 6 raised beds.
Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot. I have around my garden that is just the little garden that's all the flowers that came from my mom's place. I call it the grandma garden. Her favorite stone was pudding stone, so I have a collection of pudding stones that go around that little garden. It's kind of cool.
What is a pudding stone?
It is a stone that has little stones in it that are red and black. So it's and white quartz.
Oh, cool.
So it's a conglomerate, but it's a very Michigan stone.
Right.
I'd have to I don't know. You'd have to look it up. It's a very once you see it, you're like, oh, that's what it is. But
Yeah.
people really like them around here and use them a lot for gardens.
Yeah. I brought some granite river rock back from New Hampshire. That was heavy,
Mhm.
and it looks beautiful when it's wet. I have stuff with it looks like gold. It's not gold, but it also has green in it, which is copper dioxide, and it's
Yes.
white. But when it dries out, it's just brown and white. I'm like, okay, it looks terrible now, but you know what? Every time it rains, it looks beautiful.
It's beautiful after the rain.
That's right. Till it
That's when you
dries.
go out and look at your garden anyway to see if anything grew.
That's right.
Oh, but well, it's getting pretty dark here where I'm sitting, and I got a
Oh, it's
while to go back
dark
home,
here.
and it's almost 9 o'clock. And so I am going to go ahead and close down the live, and I will talk to you all next Monday at 8 o'clock.
Yay! We'll figure
Thanks
something out.
for
I'll be at home with a
coming.
better computer then.
Maybe I will be too. We don't know.
Yeah, that'll work.
Bye.
Yeah. Have a good night. Call me, Richard.